would be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin
Jay
and he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round one. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
We got 28 touchdowns.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Their first play from scrimmage is a pickup of 13.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
On first down, it's Herbert. Open man downfield is Hill. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. And that's complete to Adams. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Give him 30 yards there.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here first and goal. Harris. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Gabe Neighbors. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
I have a vendetta against the Colts because I lost my first round bye to no fault of my own.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 20.
You know, for my own, I lost my first round bye.
For their first drive of the game. And they will be let out by a guy certainly still.
And I hate that the only way I can take it out on them is if they make it to the AFC Championship. Because otherwise, it's like
regular season, do you turn it loose or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you got to be
in each what do you call it?
On first and 10, Buckner. He's got his tight end. It's out
In each round, the higher ranked plays a lower rank. Like 1 is off, 2 plays 7. No, 3 plays 6.
On second down, a run with Carter.
We did 4 plays 5.
As the tackle is made at about the 32. We talk about
6, yeah.
linebackers keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the
So since they're number 1 and we're number 2, the only way we can play them in the playoffs.
Try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place, but you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Titus Howard, right tackle, the man flag for that one.
Still third down.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Buckner. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6, but not enough. As they'll be
wait, so
on their first drive of the game.
No, they're not. It was 4th and 1. Why did they go for it?
For the first time this afternoon. And this returnable for Hill. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Look at Herbert. Justin Herbert just looks so comfortable under center. Look.
Charles, it's been a
Look how comfortable he looks.
They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
Gotcha.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up in.
What? Hold on, let me check that instant replay real quick. You sure he didn't come down with it? You got it right there.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll still
Look!
because they have clear video evidence to the
Both feet touchdown inbound.
Credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
What?
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. A quick throw there going to be batted away.
So you're trying to tell me that both of his feet didn't touch the ground inbounds? Both of his feet touched down inbounds. That was a touchdown that I just got robbed, and I challenged it, and the game robbed me of that touchdown. And there's nothing I can do about it. I know it's just a game, but it's like if I'm wrong, then you can't do anything about it. Then it's like it's annoying. Where?
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd
Sure.
and 10. Again, Herbert. And it's complete to
That was a touchdown.
From 21 yards away. And the Chargers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense has been forced to punt and get the ball back. And they played pretty well in this one. Both sides played it out to the level.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Throwing to start the drive. Buckner throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given. Herbert has it knocked free. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease anywhere, put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They'll try to run for it with Carter. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Michael Carter. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Room here to run. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. And here's another carry for Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This just a 24-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
Too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
There's animals that are warning one of them. I'm tired of living in a society where we have leaders that think that anything bad that happens to businesses is way worse than anything bad that happens to children. I'm tired of living.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Buckner. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Up the middle they go. Clemens. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively.
Don't forget to bring the pin tomorrow.
Just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Buckner. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. He brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here, they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
All right, bro.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
I'm about to get on the phone, so I'm about to get quiet. I'm about to mute my mic. Actually, I'm going to play some Uncharted. So just meet me over at Uncharted. We can play this game later.